Wave It Up Podcast, episode number. Are we in the 60s now?
This is 60.
We in the 60s now?
60.
We finally.
60.
I feel like
60.
I feel like we've been in the 50s for like 2 months.
You were saying the wrong number for like 2 months.
Yes.
Episode 58. We're like 58.
It's like 50. Like we are on 72, sir. Oh yeah, we on big 6-0, man. Congratulations to us, 60. Well, yeah, I guess that's right? Because we started back in last March. It's been like a year and some change. I get okay. Yeah, 60, excluding the episodes that I've lost. So we could be on like 63 or something.
Or just didn't post.
That too. I'm your host, Billy Ellis, man, aka Lose episodes, aka Black Terry Rushman, aka Mr. Two Sides of Self. Oh my God.
Wow. Okay.
You sober?
Yeah. Well,
Happy Wednesday, guys.
To the right of me, man, we got that guy.
You forgot my name. I think that's. I was trying to play it off.
No.
That dude, you know what I'm saying?
My boy, my man.
Right,
you know.
right.
I know who he is. I ain't even got to get no introduction.
Yeah.
Know.
I don't know his name. No, I was really trying to think of something that, that referred to last week, but never mind. I ain't gonna do that now.
Yeah, no. Pretty sure the unsubscribe button has been hit enough.
Oh man, River 2 hours, man. What's good?
Man, just chilling, man. We ain't got canceled, I just.
We down there.
Yeah, bitch. Maybe pending.
Black women fucking with you?
They never stop, despite rumors.
All right, we just, I'm just getting an update. That's all.
It's fake news. So what's up? What's up, Fred? What's going on, man?
Fred back too. What's good, man?
What's up, people? I'm back.
Oh, he's back. Back like he never left.
Yeah, I know. They can't get rid of me.
We've tried.
I mean, they can, but they could if they wanted to.
You can't, man. Can't replace you, man. You're a unique person.
Yeah, very unique. Very unique. I was pondering something this week. I was gonna bring it up before we recorded, but I'll bring it up to you now. I'll bring it up on you now. I was pondering something. I love the word pondering.
I see.
Yeah, you're saying
You said, like, come on, Pond the River. Let's go.
Ponderosa. I miss Ponderosa. Yeah, right there.
I don't remember time.
You don't remember? I know you remember Ponderosa.
Nah.
I'm just not out eating salads.
I'm pretty sure I heard of it, just don't think I've ever ate it before.
I was about to say, am I that? Oh, because I know it's been a long time since we had one.
I mean, you just like tossed salad, but continue.
I mean, don't we all?
Not so much.
I think we're talking about two different tossing salads, but okay.
Yeah.
So
Your tossing salad requires a wet wipe
that he doesn't use.
Your beer is your wet wipe.
Yeah, just keep it moving.
I hate y'all. Is it my wife?
Yeah, YOLO. I'm good.
I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say now.
He was pondering something. I don't know.
Nothing about eating ass, but I was like, no, never mind. I was pondering that maybe, just maybe, that we have a female co-host.
You know what? I've been thinking about that as well. At least we need to have more female special guests.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sausage going on.
Yeah, we're having a lot of
these episodes, and we kind of need some buns to kind of come in the mix a little bit.
Right.
Now, were you saying this because you already have somebody in mind?
No.
Or you just
I was just saying it, yeah. I was thinking about it the past week. I mean, we're 60 episodes in, which is good. But it's just, like he said, it's just a sausage fest here. We talk about all these female, topics and all of that stuff, but we don't ever have the females here to,
Yeah, but a lot of times that's not in our control.
That's true. That's true. The women I know it's probably like 50-50 on probably doing it like every week, but at the same time, I mean, I'm just bringing it to y'all attention because maybe y'all know somebody.
I'm not gonna look into it now. That's all.
I think it'd be a really nice photo.
The search begins.
The search begins, of course.
Is it you, listener?
Are you black?
Billy will cancel you.
River would say, ugh, yucky.
That's not what I was saying. Only if she had a bonnet on. Otherwise, I love you.
Oh man, so what we got this week? First things first, I hope y'all enjoyed your 4th of July. I'm pretty sure everybody, well, some of you guys have them days off. This is like an extended weekend for y'all. So I hope y'all, have fun grilling and drinking and enjoying your family. Not getting too much fucked up or something like that.
Get all the way fucked up. I'm too sober right now. I shouldn't be sober.
River is dressed for the occasion right now.
Red, white, and blued out.
I'm festive, man.
Yeah.
Good day to break the shirt out.
That's one thing.
I got it.
One thing I do know about you. You do celebrate. When you celebrate the holidays, you celebrate the holidays.
Yeah.
What Irish holiday was that?
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, you wore all green that day.
But it's in me.
You Black Irish?
Yeah. We've talked about it a lot.
I didn't know.
I'm just not out there celebrating it without a cause.
We had a whole episode about it.
I know. And we mentioned it in that episode.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't listen to that episode. Who would have thought? Yeah, Black Irish. Don't like black women either.
Stop saying that.
Oh, no, okay. Let me stop. The last time.
Yeah.
For the next 20 minutes.
I'm gonna pop up. I can't wait till they catch me on the street with black women. They'll be like, see, I knew that shit wasn't true. Like, y'all gonna catch me.
Your mom don't count.
Whatever.
And if they light skin, that's an exception.
How's that an exception? They black women?
And you see you with a dark skin sister.
No, wait. Hold on, before we move off this. You can't discount our people. You can't say light-skinned women don't count like they not black. That's offensive.
No, they count. They count. But my dark skin sisters need more love. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you can give it to them.
I'm trying to.
You heard that, y'all. Heard that. No, well, enough about black women. Let's talk about Drake. Drake happened over the weekend.
Another one that don't date black women.
That chick that's in the tabloids with that thing behind her. She's black.
Which one you talking about?
Georgia Smith?
I don't know.
This a new chick?
Was she
Not
black
the baby
French? The chick that was in the one I saw.
Not the one he got
black.
the baby by.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
The chick, she looked like she got an inhuman behind her. The ass is dumb. That ass is.
She's another Instagram porn star model, whatever one of the second chicks is. She do cam videos and shit.
Ass ridiculous.
Drake definitely has a type.
I don't think he got it tight.
He got a type. He likes the females that can show their pussy.
I'm digesting it.
I am too.
Okay. Baby mama French. She's not a porn star. She's a cam girl. Get it right, people. Shows her pussy.
J-Lo don't show up.
Who?
J-Lo.
No, not J-Lo, but he didn't date J-Lo.
He's fucking
fucked
wild. Yeah. We don't know if he.
I don't know if that's even true.
I think he fucked her for
I
the sample.
I don't believe that to be true.
Wait, why you don't believe?
I just don't believe that to be true.
I think he fucked her for the sample, though.
I don't think he fucked J-Lo.
Why you don't think he fucked J-Lo?
I just don't think he did. So that's why I'm not including her. I'm talking about the ones we know he publicly dated.
But they was in public, like they.
But they was it on that they was dating? Like actually dating, not just hanging out at a
I'm pretty sure. I'll just say this:
twice.
He mentioned it. He put himself out there. If it wasn't something, I don't even think he would have said. He even said in his song how he hit her up one night and the number changed. Like he put himself out there, like on that Drake shit. He Draked himself.
He really
it.
just Draked himself in that line.
Like, he gave out extra information that he didn't need to. I think it was some extra.
I think he did it.
I don't know.
Nobody takes that photo and not fucked. That's all I'm saying.
I definitely think.
I think he did too. I'm not getting nobody. I ain't getting that close to somebody, and I ain't fucking.
What's the point?
It's J-Lo though, so you easily get that. Be comfortable with getting that close to her, knowing that it's J-Lo.
And knowing that you fucking.
Well, not even if you fucking, just knowing you got a picture with J-Lo like that is good enough for you to get a lot of like, I see you, Drake. I see you out here getting close to J-Lo. Regardless if you hit or not, the fact that you got that close to her, niggas in the street will be like, okay, that's what's up.
I know, but then you'll be thinking like, why you that close to her?
I mean, you gonna wonder if they fuck or not. That don't mean he did, but you're gonna think, I wonder if they fuck. I wonder if Drake hit that. I personally don't think he did.
I think it was an exchange of
bodily fluids
for a sample.
I definitely thought that.
So basically, we saying J-Lo is a Kruger. She had to give her pussy away to give us to get us.
No, I think she wanted to fuck him too. I'm like, yeah, Drake.
It's Drake.
Yeah,
Drake is Drake. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, but you're not a female, so it shouldn't mean nothing. But I'm talking about,
it's just Drake. I don't see nothing. So come on, really. It's just Drake.
It's just Drake.
It's just Drake. It's just the grassy Drake. That's it.
That's definitely not who he is. Like, he's definitely not Will Jimmy. Like anyway, like he's.
I would have said that 10 years ago or something.
He has a lot of stature now.
Yeah, he got a lot of status, but again, like I said, he definitely got a type. I mean, what's that, Melania? What her name is? Malia?
Yeah.
Stripper. So you pussy.
Yeah, he went through a thing with strippers. He admitted it though on his song. He made a lot of bad decisions.
He got a line with that girl. I don't know if that's the same girl y'all was talking about just now, but the British singer, Georgia Smith. The whole song is about her. It's that Jaded song. I guess that whole song is about her, the singer. I haven't really heard her music like that, but yeah, that's supposedly that's what the song is about her.
Wanna know because I don't even know she is. So for me,
oh, okay.
Yeah, that definitely easily went over my head.
Well, apparently a lot of things went over my head with this new Scorpion album. So, how'd y'all feel about it?
Wasn't impressed.
Was not impressed. That's what Fred said. Fred said he was not impressed.
It's not one of his top one of the best albums.
I'm with you.
No, I agree with that. I didn't think, but this thing with me, I didn't think it was one of his best albums. Though I thought a lot of the songs could have been. I didn't think it needed to be a double album. I still think it's the best album I've heard. The best album I've heard so far.
This year?
This year?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Yes.
Woo, y'all so along with that one.
Yeah. I don't agree how you feel with Nas. And I went after that episode. Okay. I went and listened. I don't think that. I think that Nas is easily.
You know what? And I thought about it after I said it, and I made a mistake. I'm gonna retract my statement. It's not a classic. It's a good album. It's not a classic.
Right. Okay.
It's not a classic.
Right.
But to say that Drake has his album is one of the best that you've heard this year, I
one of the best this year, yeah, but I don't. It's not the best I've heard this year.
I'm not even.
It's by default. I will admit, for me, it's literally just by default.
Nothing that has been undeniable. That is the shit.
Right.
There's been some good albums, but nothing that's been that's the shit. That's what I'm fucking.
Let Damn would have came out. We wouldn't even be talking.
We wouldn't even talk.
Well, yeah, absolutely. We totally different discussion.
Yeah, but it's totally by default. Like I agree, it's not one of his best, but I think that the L that he took
affected it. I mean, double albums typically have a history of not doing too well when it comes to quality and sales. I mean, except for back in the day. I mean,
I was about to say
No Limit. Double albums. We used to be on that shit. Master P double album. Oh, for sure.
Diplomatic Immunity.
Right. Some double albums work, but typically not so much. I put it like this. Drake's double album. I probably if anything, I like the side B. Side A was 2 songs that we already heard, maybe 2-3 songs we already heard. Yeah, and the rest of it was just kind of the production is not the normal Drake production. It's not the normal Drake sound that I'm used to hearing.
Yes.
So it was off. So throw side A away. Just get rid of it. Side B, I could work with that one a little bit more. There was a couple more tracks on that one that I was actually feeling. Like I was feeling the Michael Jackson track. That was pretty dope.
You mean The Weeknd? I know what you did,
and I
Drake.
was thinking that too because
I know what you were doing, Drake.
And I was kind of thinking that too. Like,
I got Michael Jackson from. No, you got the Weeknd tweaked the vocals, and it was the Weeknd.
I didn't care. That was
like I was able. I kind of thought that too. So I thought that was pretty good track. And then now I do like March 14th.
Yeah,
that's where he really addressed the Sun situation, and because that track actually hits more home for me because a lot of those things that he said and thoughts that he had were thoughts that I had in my own personal journey when I found out I had a baby. Waiting, had this plan to wait till I was 30, had my first kid, but I was gonna have my first kid with somebody that I was, in love with, we was gonna get married or whatever like that. All our kids was gonna be together. It's all gonna be in the household because I know what it's like coming from the opposite of that, But so me hearing that, it was just like, damn, I feel where he's coming from with that. Drake album to me, it reminds me of how I felt about Big Crit's debut W.
Okay.
Because first album, I could play that from top to bottom, no skips, whatever. When I get to that other album that he has, it's maybe 1 or 2 tracks on that one that I'll listen to.
You talking about Side A?
Side B for Big Crit.
Okay.
Side B for Big Crit. Side A, play that straight through. Side B, 1 or 2. The rest, I'm like, okay, not so much.
Huh.
So
interesting.
But again, that's what I'm saying. Double albums can be a little tricky. The quality of the success could be great,
right?
But the quality of it could be like, some of these songs sound like they was kind of just moved to different sides to kind of fill it up,
right?
So to say. So that's why I was like, I didn't really care for the Drake album. The quality of it was
the sequencing of the album is I thought it was good. Like I think I've been very vocal about I'm upset. Like I don't like the song at all, but it goes like if you just listen to it straight through. Yeah, it goes with it.
It goes with that side.
Yeah, it goes with it. So I can understand. I mean, whoever sequenced that, I don't know if it was him himself or 40 or what, but the sequence of the album goes very well. Like I can listen to. I can skip songs. Like I can skip songs here and there, but at the same time, every song felt like it flowed. When one song ends, another song starts. I'm like, oh, okay, I can get with this. I'm upset goes with that side A, especially where it's placed. Mm-hmm. I like that. One thing's for sure. I ain't said nothing about the Drake album, but listen, I keep going back. To it. It's like I said, I listened to it like 3 or 4 times now. Every time I listen to it, I'm always picking another song. I'm like 10 or 11 songs I got out of that whole 26. When I first got it, I was like 8 or something like that. Every time I listen to it, I got a song that I was just like, oh, okay. I guess it just grows on you.
I feel like that's how I'm going to be because when I first did it, I took a few songs. But you're going through just this, like you said, it's a particular Drake you're used to, and I didn't hear those like, oh, this is going to be a single. Oh, this is going to be a single. Or this is going to be one. It's not a single, but you're going to hear it in everybody's car.
Everybody's car.
Yeah,
right.
And it was more of a, I remember what he was saying. He was like, what, I was a spiteful dude when I was writing Views. Whatever line he said.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like he was in that mind of Views. Because it's a very mellow kind of like, you could tell shit was on his mind. The way the whole album is. And
right,
it's just like, I think the most up song is Nice for What? Like, I think that's the more like Blue Tent.
Blue Tent.
Yeah,
Blue Tent, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I forgot about Blue Tent.
If anything, I would think Blue Tent would be another single. That's the closest track he has to a single.
Yeah, Blue Tent.
Especially for this summer, that's like a good outside party.
Yeah, no, I like Blue Tent. I instantly like, but I fuck with Mob Ties. I didn't
like Mob Ties.
I love Mob Ties.
I didn't like it.
It's one of my favorite songs on the album.
And watch next week, I'm gonna love it. And I'm and I don't know why.
Like, you got to give it another try. Like, I got to go back through the album, but Mob Ties is definitely a standout to me.
Mob Ties, I was like, Nonstop. I didn't like Nonstop at all. I heard it 3 times in the car yesterday. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll fuck with that. I gotta get it now. That's a car song. It's like we said, there's certain songs that pop up to you, and that's like when you instantly hear it the first time. Okay, they hit this one.
Correct.
oh, Jaded, I'm going to get that. Oh, I'm going to get 8 out of 10. Definitely grabbing that. And then like my second and third go around, I'm like, okay, I'm listening to it with different ears now. Like I don't know what it is. This album is good. It's not great, but it's good. I can't front on it. I can't. I was going to when I first heard it. I'm like, because I had like a hot take. Had I not listened to it a couple more times, I would have had a different thing to say. I'm kind of glad I did because I fuck with it. I fuck with it, half of it. It's like 10, 11 songs I actually fuck with.
Yeah.
I will say, seeing as though this is a double album, I can't really say. Well, I'm sick of the long. That's the bad part about the whole album. It's so many songs that you have to digest. I wish we can go back to the 13 track albums while everybody's just trying to give you, this amount of songs. And I understand it, it's a double album. I get that. Trying to get out your deal or whatever, so I get it. But I really wish we can get back to the like 12, 13 track albums.
I want to go back to the 18 track.
I feel like that's too much.
No, because most of the time there was like at least 2 or 3 skits or interludes.
Well, I understand that. I just don't want like a whole bunch of filler.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I don't want a whole bunch of filler.
And it got to be people that can make skits. Some people's albums back when they were doing that, I listened to it, I'd be like, you're terrible at this skit shit.
Yeah, right.
Why did you put that on?
Why did you think this is a good idea?
These interludes are not as funny as I was hoping they would be. They're better ones.
You're not Ludacris or Kanye.
I don't think you are Ludacris or Kanye.
It's not the old school West Coast. You ain't popping with those.
Shit's terrible. If you can make an 18-song album, if you're an artist that can do it and not lose a person, go for it. But it's some people that's like, nah, you need to cut some of that. Some of that stuff should not have made. It should have been a freebie song you gave to the internet. Because it ain't gonna make
it's way too much.
Or make you a mixtape. Throw that shit on the mixtape.
It was a lot to digest, and plus the month before we had so much music going on and stuff like that, which were like 7 songs or whatever, but they were easy to digest because by the time you're done washing dishes, the album is over with. But with this one, I took it to work and started listening to it. And this Drake album, it's not better than More Life to me.
Agreed.
It's not better than More Life. It is better than Views, though. I did not like Views like that. I ain't like Views like that. Me and River, we had that discussion before.
Yeah.
I think it's better than If You're Reading This It's Too Late. Interesting.
That's the one with
Energy.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Okay.
That's Preachers on that song.
Yeah,
Young nigga preach. Oh yeah, no, I can't.
And that album kind of grew on me.
Yeah,
it grew on me because when I first heard it, I'm like, this is nothing I really want to hear from Drake at all. But as you hear it more and more, I started to like it more. But
God is on that. Yeah, I'm straight. I'm staying with it. I went to is I like it more than Views. I will agree, but if you're reading this, I cannot.
I think it's better than that.
Teachers.
I think it's better than that. But I was having a discussion with somebody over the weekend about Drake. Because Drake's is the discussion this week or whatever. But I was having a discussion with somebody, and we were talking about why Drake doesn't have a classic. And like I said, in our opinion,
you're right.
It's River knows my take on that. He don't have a classic album to me, in my opinion. Take Care is very, 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 very close.
We just all gonna disagree.
We all gonna disagree, of course. Yes.
We just go.
Take Care is like very, very, very close. If he took away some songs, it would be great. It'll be one of the amazing albums I ever heard in my life. But I was having a discussion with this person, and they were saying that Nothing Was the Same was the classic, and Take Care was just, it was somewhere a notch down before that. And I thought that was an interesting take on it, seeing as though they weren't listening from So Far Gone and onward. And, those two albums, that's a second and third album? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was interesting to me, but Drake, I don't think, you know what it is? I think Drake can't, not to say he's not capable of doing it, but I think in Drake's case, he wants to please everybody, and I don't think he can please everybody with the songs he make. Like, even if he, like with Take Care, for instance, if he took away like 3 songs, that's a classic album to me. I don't know the name of those songs at all, but I think he's capable of making one if he could just like make like a really tight album and he like really focus on these songs in general. Like, we're not talking about 18, 19 type songs right there, because that's when you're stretching yourself, I feel like, in my opinion. If he made like a good 12 to 13 songs, it like took his time with him, I think he could make a classic if he could.
See, I would disagree only because of the sales. He's so successful. I think we should be having this conversation when he starts to decline. And if you look at the numbers he do, anybody that see his numbers will say, your formula is winning. Fuck what people say about Twitter, like, because everybody always gonna have an opinion. So it don't matter. Like, it don't matter. A person could tell you, oh, stay with this type of chick, and then you stay within that type of chick, then you got another person going, oh, she ain't even cute. It's like you're not always.
Well, somebody's ugly to somebody.
Yeah, you're just not gonna please everybody. But it's like, if the majority are rocking with you,
but they're rocking with you because you're Drake. I mean, you can talk the numbers, yeah, of course. The numbers ain't gonna go nowhere.
No, but I'm saying they like his music too. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people that's not in your camp of not feeling his music. A lot of people that love that shit. That love it. Like I said, when I seen the debate on social media, it's Take Care Classic. It was
50-50.
It was like 50-50. It was like people who say, just like his singing. It's people that just want him to rap. And some people like, no, rap and sing.
Rap and sing.
Yeah, rap and sing. Like, it's just like, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Because it's people out there saying they don't like it when there's so many other people saying they do like it. Like, y'all just don't buy my music.
But see, that just goes back to what Fred was talking about, the quality of it. Like, right. Are we just gonna just put these songs out? Even though it might be lackluster. Some of these songs are lackluster. Like, there's a lot of Drake songs I despise. But at the same time, I mean, you can put them out and still make $1 million out of it. I mean, he can get $1 million sales or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. The sales don't go anywhere. And even if he does go on the decline, where's the decline going to be at? When he's at the end of his career, it's what, 800,000 maybe? That's still a win.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, what's lackluster to you isn't lackluster to other people. That's what I'm saying. So just because we all agree on something that this album wasn't one of his best,
right?
It's a lot of people out there that's gonna think this was one of his best albums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You can't pick and be like, them boys on the Point of It All podcast. I need to really edit my next album to make sure I cater it up. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what us few think. You know what I'm saying? When he's of the popular opinion is that he makes good music.
I guess so.
Like, so that's what I'm saying. It won't matter what a few people are, or what your niggas think. Your niggas ain't popular opinion. It's just the people that's in your circle that agree with your opinion.
Yeah, but some artists are still good enough that they can still ride the wave of some of their best work, and it'll still keep them afloat to where consumers consistently will keep coming back, even if the album that they last heard of was not that good. They'll still come back and be like, let me see what this album is like. Let me check this one out. And that's why the numbers are still going to be good for Drake regardless. He's not going to have a decline in that area until people really start letting them stop remembering Drake for his best albums before, and they start really listening to his shit like, okay, yeah, this last one was, it wasn't that great. I don't know how I'm gonna really feel about the next one. And that's every artist. That's all the major ones.
Yeah,
Everybody all the major ones can kind of ride that wave for as long as they can. J. Cole is a
prime example of that.
Prime example. He was able to ride that wave for the last 2 albums.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people said that
For Your Eyes Only
wasn't that great.
I didn't think.
I thought it was. I thought that was lackluster.
Right, but people was quick to get this last one that came out. Everybody was like, "Oh shoot, J. Cole dropped a surprise album. I gotta go ahead and listen to it. I gotta go get it." So people can still ride that success off of that alone until you're consistently making bad music. Then it's like, okay, yeah, now we don't fuck with you at all. You're gonna have to really come back with like some amazing shit.
Yeah.
For us to be like, okay, we fuck with Drake again, or we fuck with J. Cole again. They're back on this high pedestal that we got them.
I still think he made good music. The thing with this album, what you were saying, the beats don't pop out, but this wasn't an album about the beats. It was about the writing. Like, my guy had to put me on. I didn't know the song. I heard the verse, but he was like, did you hear Is There More? And I was like, well, I heard it on the internet, so I didn't hear it in order. I just heard random songs. He was like, he said this. And when he said the verse, I'm like, yeah, I do remember that. He was talking about them getting the troops and come like, it's a part in the Drake go off. But if you somebody that started the song listening for the beat, you won't even get to that part. Right. You know what I'm saying? You won't even hear what he said because the beat don't stand out. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. So it's not. I know what you mean. Like if you going by that, a lot of them songs you're gonna be like skip to it. Skip. But if you just hear what he's saying you be like, just disregard the audio, just listen to the verses. You'll be like, oh, that's cool. He was
but the audio is what keeps you coming back.
I think sometimes. A lot of the time. Yeah. But I think if you find a song with somebody just spitting and the beat not there, but you actually hear that they spitting, you'll go back. You'll be like,
but you won't go back on a regular. You'll go back because you like.
I mean, if he's spitting, if it's a good verse that you rapping with, yeah, you'll go back. You'll be like, this shit right here is hard. He probably wanted people to hear what he said, so he probably didn't want like the radio beats. You know, right.
Yeah, because there's a lot of songs on here that don't like we were talking about. Don't pop out like, oh, this is a single. This is definitely gonna be a single. Like going around, like the first go around, I'm like, there's not a lot of songs on here that I was like, okay, this is definitely gonna be the next single or something like that. Because if that was the case, I think I'm upset wouldn't have been chose to come out way before the album came out. Talk Up, if Talk Up with Jay-Z, if this was like 10 years ago, that would be like a street single. I felt like
it still can. I think it's still.
They don't do street singles no more. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean.
But you get what I'm saying. That definitely that would hit the streets. That hit the radio like a month or two before the album comes out.
You know, one thing I want to say about that track is I hate when people hear it and because of who's in it, like, oh man, Jay-Z was spitting that shit. But I'm like, to other people, it's like, no, Jay-Z was just saying the same shit that we've already been saying. He didn't say nothing new that we didn't already know. He didn't say nothing that we didn't already think. Like the line where he was talking about y'all kill X, but y'all didn't kill
George Simmons.
See, but that take went on my mind though. I'm not gonna lie, I never ever formulated that in my head. So when he said it, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like I never heard anybody. I didn't even heard Zimmerman's name.
I forgot Zimmerman lived in Florida too. That's what made it.
This happened in Florida. Yeah. He don't live in Florida. This happened in Florida. He moved. Right. He had to move from Florida.
Oh, he had to move from
Texas
Florida.
Or something like that.
Okay, right. Okay.
But it was still like people had plenty of times to go ahead and get at Zimmerman if they wanted. So he was still in the state.
That was a hard ass part.
So I think he was planting the seeds, but
he probably could have
planting the seeds because he got something personal because Zimmerman said something about Jay-Z. I think he was just like, let me sprinkle that. Like y'all got the wrong dude, so now. Fast forward 2 months, Zimmerman popped up. You know what I'm saying? Like
that let me know two things that Jay-Z verse. One, this album was still being made 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was being made into the deadline.
That just let me know. Yeah, the album was still being worked on. Probably to like that Thursday now, but it kind of threw me off because X just died like a week or two ago before the album came out. So I was like, oh, this verse is just like a fresh week old. Has to be.
Well, I mean, that's been a lot of the albums lately. A lot of them are being still worked on until like the very like some of them like the day before.
Right.
Like that's what happened with Tiana's album with Kanye.
True.
He released her album and he was still working on it like hours before.
I believe all them albums was getting worked on
Nah, same thing with Nas. That's
the
why
day
Nas
before.
That's why Nas didn't come out early in the morning like we expected it to.
Yeah, because he was still working.
He was still making his final touches on it, still working on it.
And not to say he didn't, but I'm just asking a question, being devil's advocate. Could that song have been done, let's say, a month ago? Let's just stay with that premise that this song was done a month ago. But Jay-Z hit him up and said, hey, I want to change my verse.
Right.
Because I got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
He could have easily did so. But I mean, it's just like we was talking about that the other day in the text, and you were saying how I was talking about, man, it seems like there's a lot of albums that's being updated. And he was like, yeah, that's the world of streaming. So that's part of it too. It's like you could easily go back and be like, you know what, let me go ahead and send an updated version of this album out. And I'm like, if you gotta come out with an updated version, I don't even want to hear the original.
Well, a lot of people are saying that though.
Because I wanted to listen to Tiana's album. I was going to get ready to download it. And then I saw online an article about, she's going to be sending out an updated version this weekend. And I was like, well,
that was that she didn't even like the way the album was presented. She don't even think, I listened to her interview. I saw her interview on Big Boy. She don't even mess with her album. Because she said that's not the album that she made.
Well, yeah, I mean, Charlamagne said that on pretty much all of the albums. When he went to Wyoming and sat with Kanye, he said he pretty much heard majority of all the albums, and it was nothing like the albums that he released. Kanye album was totally rewritten. He redid it. Tiana, like he said, there was a couple tracks on that one that was totally not what was on the album.
Right.
She even had a post on her Instagram of some girl dancing to one of her tracks, and she even said, "This is not on the album. This is a new song, but it's not on the album." And it was a dope track, and I was like, "Damn, this ain't on the album. This should definitely be on the album."
Kanye overthinking shit.
Yeah. It was like, oh my goodness. So it's
he was doing a lot. I mean, a lot of information that's coming out now.
Yeah.
Letting you know he's doing something different.
That's the only thing I think I dislike about the whole situation with the whole Pusha T and all that shit and all the beef that happened within that span of time was because it forced all these albums to be redone, and we're missing out on what the album would have originally been. For all we know, these albums could have been great if they was never touched and had to be redone in the first place. Kanye album probably would have been way much better than what it was as the final release. Mm-hmm. But because of the whole TMZ and all the stuff like that, he felt like he had to go back and scrap it and redo the whole thing.
Right. What
you probably had before was probably the shit. And then we got this as the leftover.
You just scraped it.
I gotta give y'all something because I did say it was gonna come out on this date.
Right.
But I couldn't give y'all what I had because I wanted to address everything else that happened. You could have still had what you had. Just had a couple of songs to address it, but you want to stick with this whole. All the albums is gonna be 7 tracks.
Let me ask you.
That's part of you overthinking it. Like, forget it being all 7 tracks. Have what you got, but then just release some other content to kind of touch on the shit that we really need you to touch upon.
I still think there's shades of that because I thought Kanye had bars, and I still, from time to time, I see it just randomly. He'll just throw something in a song. Like it's one song off his album when he was talking about he could focus on 2 things at once when he's talking about tits. So I forgot how the bar go, but
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He just throw some cleverness in there. Y'all think we'll ever not make an album like College Dropout or Late Registration? But will we ever get an album that's like make us feel that old Ye is there?
Will we get the old Ye
I'm not
back?
talking about classic. It don't need to be,
but just that old
just
feeling.
That feel like,
this is our Chi-Town brother.
This is like the samples is hitting
with that shit. No, I don't think we'll ever get that. Just like we're gonna get that with a lot of artists because a lot of them are trying to stay with this format of how the younger generation's been doing it, and a lot of them. It seems like a lot of artists are afraid to go back to doing those samples with clearance and all the stuff like that. T.I. used to come with hard ass tracks that was sample tracks. Like Why You Want to Do That was a hard ass track for the summer. Mm-hmm. He ain't came out with no type of sample tracks in forever on any of his albums. I'm hoping when he does his next 2 albums that he kind of goes back to some of that old formula again. Mm-hmm. But it seems like this is not the era of samples anymore, where we can go back to that.
People probably don't want to pay people. Probably want to.
Yeah, part of that, people don't want to pay because there really ain't no money in music.
Right.
And everybody wants to kind of be like, I do my own original shit and just kind of leave it at that. But it's like, man, y'all used to come with that shit when y'all had them samples. A lot of y'all samples is some of y'all best work. It was some of y'all most classic work. Like a lot of music nowadays, you don't have them songs that really stand out. The only Kanye song that I could think of recently that stand out is Father Stretch His Hands.
Yeah,
But that's because that song was like bananas for a hot minute.
Well, see, that had an old feel to it.
That had an old feel.
That had a feel.
Yeah.
When I heard
And
that,
that's
I was just like
how
instant download. I didn't even.
Yeah.
When you can download a song before the song finished,
short.
you know, I know it was short, but I mean, when a song hits you like that, like it haven't even finished. You might not even be on the second verse. You're just like, I heard enough.
Yeah.
Like, I heard
Because
enough.
the sample rides for like a whole minute before he even says anything.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's what I said. That's what old Kanye would do. Like, that's a good example. Father Stretch My Hands, that's a good example. To me, for your question, I think this album, Ye, is the closest we're ever going to get to that feeling again.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, but did you really have that feeling? Even just a slight feeling?
I did though.
I did.
I did. When I never really got his opinion on it, but it's something about I thought about killing you. I thought it was just so I don't know, man. It was just so like a free of a song that he like. Okay, you can tell when he wrote it, he kind of like, I don't think people are going to interpret this right, but I'm still going to do it. Like he just, it was just so free of a song. I was like, bro, I feel you on that song. Like that song, I don't know, it's just so different to me. And that's what Kanye was in the beginning. He was just so different. Like he was so he walking around with a mascot, a backpack.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was just so different.
Like I said, the closest we're ever going to get to that feeling is this album, Ye. Now, you said I thought about killing you. I thought it was Ghost Town. Ghost Town sounds like old Kanye just a little bit. As far as like the beat goes, I mean, not the actual lyrics or anything like that, not the rhymes, because the rhymes is like so different. You know, I put my hand on the stove to feel like I'm, you know, if I felt anything or something like that. It's not the lyrical content, it's more like the beat or whatever. I can honestly say that's like, okay, that's kind of reminiscent to old Kanye or something like that. But other than that, it's nothing. But going back to my original point, because I said that song with Drake and Jay-Z, that Talk Up, I said there's two things that I realized with that song. One was just, you know, it was made like a couple weeks before. It was recorded a couple weeks before. And two, Jay is still petty, man. Jay is like really, really petty still.
In the sense of?
Kanye.
Oh.
Taking it back to Kanye, he's still kind of petty in a way. I get the feeling that, and I brought this up because we were talking about Kanye. This Drake album got a lot of Kanye verses in it. One, I mean, Talk Up doesn't have anything about Kanye at all, but just the mere fact that Jay-Z is in it, it's pretty reminiscent of, you know, of the old beef they have. They got a beef. They have one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Drake and Jay-Z kind of had like a short brief at some point in time too. So,
true.
Yeah.
Like,
but you know what? People that feel like, okay, this guy is number one, according to what a lot of people say, they tap each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They've all done it. Jay-Z and Lil Wayne did it with Wayne and that 06, 08, and like they did it to one another. Right. Like people just kind of like, just so you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
I'm not trying to let this go yet.
Right.
You know, regardless of what public opinion is.
Right.
I think them two had that conversation where just like, okay, you know, we tapping each other, but at the same time, I still respect you as an artist, as a rapper, as, you know, as what we do best. I still respect you, and I mean, as far as his verse goes, Jay seems like he's veering away from Kanye more and more now than ever before, even though they're so-called, you know, they back made cool. Back cool.
But see, that situation with them being back cool is like, you know what? We cordial. I can forgive you, whatever like that. We had a conversation. We cordial, but we not tight like we used to be.
It's never going to be the same.
Right.
It's never going to be.
Exactly.
I feel like if anything, Jay-Z is probably be more tight with Nas than he would be with Kanye.
Yeah, at this point,
but Jay-Z still, I mean, Jay-Z petty. Regardless of how old you get, if you're petty, you're gonna be petty. You're gonna stay petty. Jay-Z is staying petty this whole year. He already showed it.
Yeah, absolutely. He's still being petty
within less than 2 months.
Yes, actually, you're right.
You and your queen petty.
Yeah, they even have like a
with Drake, Pat.
They got a line on their "Everything Is Love" album. Beyonce says it. She's like, "I'm watching the throne, Beezus," or some shit like that, or something like that. That was just like a direct line to like, God damn, y'all really don't fuck with Kanye, really. I was listening to Emotionless yesterday. That I feel like nothing's really. I mean, besides the Pusha T line, there's a Pusha T line there. He don't say his name, but he makes reference of it in one song. Barely. Yeah, but it's just barely whatever.
And like I said, like I told Joe, I didn't want to hear a reference.
I didn't want to hear it either.
Snippet, a peep, nothing towards Pusha T. You didn't do a response on the actual track. I don't want to hear no little bits and pieces, like a little mouse here and there. You drop a little bit of one-liners and like, no, say that.
And he didn't. I'm glad he didn't do that. But there's a lot of Kanye. There's a lot of Kanye verses on here. Like the Emotionless, I feel like that whole first verse is about Kanye. If you go back and listen to it sounds like he's going at Kanye. He didn't even talk about. I mean, he talked about everything that you really wanted him to talk about besides the Pusha thing. But as far as I noticed a lot. I noticed that he was talking about Kanye a lot on this album, especially Emotionless, which I had downloaded yesterday because I didn't like it the first time. There's a lot of songs that I didn't like at first that I picked up again. Song. Yeah,
that's the song he say that he wasn't trying to hide his kid from the world. He was trying to hide the world from his kid. It's just
which was a stupid ass fucking line.
No, that's a bar. I understand that.
It's a stupid ass. line. It's a bar, but it's a stupid ass line that everybody been saying on social media.
Because
it's stupid as fuck.
It makes sense though. Like it makes sense. Like
it partially makes sense.
It may if you really decipher what he's trying to say, and it's still going on right now. JP sent me this screenshot of somebody talking to the girl, the BM, about showing the kid, like posting a picture. She basically responded like I respond, like I don't have to show anybody my kid. Like what for? What? Why? Because the world wants to see my kid. So I have to,
but that's the difference. That would make more sense for him to have that line as I wasn't hiding my son from the world. I'm hiding my world from the sun. If you're not showing them pictures, because a lot of celebrities do that. They don't show them pictures of their kids for like a good 3 months or however long they gonna wait. Shoot, I mean, LeBron didn't show his daughter picture. Nobody saw a picture of her until she became like what 3. Or something like that. You saw pictures of her, and she always had her face covered. For whatever reason, or her head was turned. You always see the back of her head. I never saw a picture of Z until she was down there too. So some celebrities do that, but they don't hide the fact that they have a baby. That's why I feel like that line was like it didn't make sense. It would make sense if it was like we already knew that you had a baby, but we just ain't seen the baby. We didn't know you had a baby at all. And we ain't seen the baby at all.
You know how
you gonna say I didn't hide my baby I wasn't hiding a word from my baby. I was hiding my baby from the world. Like, no, that don't make sense because if that's the case, you could have easily been like, yeah, I got a child, whatever, like that.
Yeah.
But there's people that are not gonna be able to get to see the baby yet. This is since October. This is July. That's a long time to try to be like, I wasn't hiding the fact that I had a child from everybody. I was just hiding my baby from the like. Nah, I don't want to hear that bullshit.
That was advocate. If he don't want to admit that he got a child, I know regular niggas that use what? They're like, so I'm just devil's advocate. Like, just because he in the limelight, is he not allowed to have something that's personal? Like everybody thinks because you a celebrity, you need to let everybody know your personal. It's like they can't even go to the grocery store without people clicking. It's like if he don't want to tell us he had a kid, so like real talk, like so he can't have that personal information. Like so.
It's like saying that you're ashamed of your child because you don't want to.
No, I don't even think it's that.
Not show your child, but just make it known that I have.
Your child can't have a life though. Now everywhere's gold. People's taking pictures. Now once that kid gets seen, that kid's life is gonna be completely different.
The child gets seen, but if y'all do a good job of not making sure that the child don't get seen, it won't be an issue. If this was addressed early on that you had a baby and nobody knew who the baby mother was, nobody would be able to put two and two together. But the fact that there's pictures of you being out with this person, and then Pusha T puts it on blast.
But that's the only reason. We still wouldn't have been. But that's not his fault. Actually,
his fault. Right.
He was doing a good job. Pusha T messed it up. So it's like he.
I mean, there was rumors, but
but it wasn't. No,
right. I ain't messing with that. And then when Pusha T put it out there, it was like,
it was different.
You are hiding a child. It's never not going to be funny to me. That is never not going to be funny. But the way I feel about it, it's a hard ass bar. That's a hard ass bar. I'm not gonna lie. I was hot. It is a hard ass bar. It's a hard ass bar, but I feel like it wasn't. I feel like it wasn't truthful. I think he was hiding his baby mama more than he was trying to hide his son.
Right. That's more so what I agree with too. It's more so it's the fact that you don't want to make it aware of the fact that you had a child by this woman
that you only seen twice.
Right, that you only seen twice. And maybe it's more so that, not even the fact that she was a webcam girl, it's more so the fact that this is a girl that you only seen twice.
Yeah.
And like you said before, you used to talk about your parents on every record, about every album, about how they parented.
Yeah.
How they did this as a parent.
Right.
And you wanted to be the opposite of that. So you feel some shame for it, you feel some embarrassment.
Exactly. And that's how I feel about that bar.
Of that too.
But I get it. It's a hard ass bar. It's a bar I'm going to be using.
Agree to disagree. Yeah, everybody uses it.
I'm going to use it.
It's one of the captions for the summer. Yeah. I've been seeing it on so many memes.
I just seen it.
Yeah, it's a hard ass bar. I like it. Oh man! All right, so just finish it off. There's a lot of songs on there that I really like. It's half the album I like. So it's not a bad. Well, I like 60% of it. What should we say? 66. That's like 60%. I like that album, which is a good. That's still good. I just next time you go around, I hope you just come out with something like really like I'm just hoping for like a 13, 14 track album. That's all I'm looking for. Y'all got anything to talk about?
Come on, we can't end in this podcast talking about only two things.
Yeah.
I mean, we won't get to the emails. I'm just.
Let's do the emails and maybe to jog some stuff.
Because what you want to talk about the NBA situation?
We got to talk about
right.
that.
Oh yeah, that was gonna come. I knew that was.
Anything helping happen throughout the rest of the week?
Nothing's happened today or yesterday, but I mean,
if it did, that NBA shit has been everywhere. Like anything.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I didn't think it was gonna go this crazy. The first day.
Yeah,
I'm like,
July 1st.
It's just
that normally don't happen.
No, people just usually wait.
Yeah,
get their deals here and there. But this
July 1st.
Yeah, that was the day.
It's kind of early, so people can start scrambling, making their moves like quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people want to go on vacation. They're like, I ain't just fighting to deal with this while I'm on vacation.
Well, we gonna just talk about that. Let's get to see.
You want to get to these emails first?
Because I was gonna say how I know.
Okay. Kind of.
You can't do that now.
It's lopsided.
You can't. You know, he
hasn't
started it. Like, yeah,
he hasn't. But get to the emails, though. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna talk about how I'm watching NBA no more.
Oh my god! All right, so it's email time, guys. We got two of them. One from a guy, one from a girl. This is
females is back.
Yeah. So let me start with this. Okay, so this is from Stacy, y'all.
Hey,
male or female?
Stacy.
No,
Stacy could be a male.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's what.
All right,
male or female.
What's that movie? The Wood. This ain't The Wood, y'all.
So it's a female.
Oh, it is. It's a woman.
What was dude's name? Tracy? It was Stacy. Stacy on that too?
In the Wood?
No.
Oh, in Atlanta. You're right.
Yeah.
Damn, you're right. Yeah, that's right. So this is Stacy. This is a female. Right.
What up, Stacy, girl?
Stacy says, I have a dilemma. I've been with my soon-to-be husband. We're getting married in less than a month for a year. Well, she's been with the guy for a year. Okay. We were together years ago and almost got married back then. He was dating a girl for about 2 years and found out she was pregnant as they were breaking up. Kind of how that goes. That never happens. They are not close at all. And
I've heard cases, but curious.
I've heard cases on this show.
That happens. Malik. Sorry, Stacey.
She has a real dilemma, y'all.
Yeah, okay. Get to the Nelly account.
The pregnant girl and him, they are not close at all. In fact, she's putting him through hell to see his daughter, and I still haven't met her. After they broke up, we were living together. His family invited him and his ex together for Christmas. I wasn't invited. On Father's Day, I was invited, but was asked to leave early so that my fiance's ex could bring their granddaughter over. Why not just ask both to deal with it and be grown and civil to each other? We stayed for 5 hours, so I wasn't able to go back over to spend time with the family. They've always asked her over and don't even tell their son that she's coming. Meanwhile, she only lets him have a supervised visit with his daughter for an hour a week. Today, I told him that I would make a choice easy for them and won't ever go over there anymore. What do you guys feel about this situation? Should I do something about it?
Did they say how long, unless I missed it, that he was with the ex before they broke up?
They were together for 2 years.
All right, so clearly the family liked her.
Yeah,
like, that's right. So you aren't dating the family, you're dating him.
Right.
So you can't be mad at what the family's opinion is of his ex-girlfriend.
Right.
You should only care about how he feels about the
exactly
because you can't. They have no allegiance to you. Like there's nothing there. So they obviously, the ex made a big impact on them, and she's the child's mother. Mm-hmm. So now she's definitely not going nowhere.
Yeah, definitely not.
She solidified her spot. That is weird about you got to leave and stuff like that. Maybe they just feel something gonna pop off. That's the only thing I can think of. They feel they're trying to avoid a situation. I don't know. I don't know what other reason you would have for not being in the same room.
I wouldn't say that because they don't. I don't know. She hasn't met the daughter yet. She hasn't met her husband or her soon-to-be husband's daughter yet. But at this. So I'm trying to, in a weird way, I'm trying to see if she met the girl.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Maybe they don't want them to meet because they don't know what's going to happen. You know, so they like, look, you're not going to do this on my turf.
Right.
So like, the one thing is courts, but you can't make that decision for him. Like for him to get the child without the supervision, like he just get the child. This way, they don't have to use the family's house as the middle ground. It would just be the child with you all. He can drop the child off at the family house and she can come get it from there, you know, because I know you don't want the chick showing up where y'all at, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You may not even have any beef with her. You don't really give any insight to your personal opinion about it. But.
Okay, something I don't understand, though. Like, he's getting supervised. It's only for like an hour, though, but she hasn't seen the daughter yet.
Because I'm pretty sure if it's only for that hour, he ain't finna go all the way home and spend what?
Oh, right. She's not coming to the house.
Right. She's probably not coming to the house.
I see.
Unless they live literally down the street.
Okay.
I don't see he's going to spend his 1 hour of the time that he gets with his child a week.
Right.
Bringing the child back to his house just so they can relax for a couple minutes, and you got to get right back up and take her right back over there. So
now that makes sense.
Yeah.
To me.
So
okay.
I mean,
it makes sense to me before.
Obviously, this is a situation where the courts are not involved, and maybe your fiance is trying to keep it that way because he don't want to go through that bullshit, which I don't blame him. But at the same time, I would kind of wonder, like, I know you don't want to go to the court situation, but you comfortable with only having 1 hour with your child?
Right, that's what I heard. Only 1 hour?
As a woman that's supposed to be getting married to you, I'm kind of questioning your parenting or your being a father as how important it is to you. Because if you just gonna let her let the mother of your child continue to dictate everything because you don't want to go to the court, I kind of to me I feel like you're allowing that to overshadow the child.
Yeah,
You might want to question that part of it too.
something I didn't think about. Anything else for Stacey, man?
Definitely send us an update.
Yeah, there's many factors into that one. Yeah, go extrapoint5@gmail.com for your emails. We got one more. All right, so this one is from Roy. All right, so
What up, Roy?
so Roy says, all right, so I have a girlfriend that I've been dating for 5+ years. And like any other relationship, it's rocky, and there are good and bad sides of it. However, at this time, I feel like as if I see myself spending the rest of my life with her because of the amount of time we've been together thus far. However, it's hard for me to picture this, and most of the time I'm just waiting around to see if things change for the better. She's a great girl. She has her priorities straight. I can see her being a great wife. However, when things get ugly, it really gets ugly. And sometimes I can't stand this. I feel as if I keep holding on, it would not go where I want it to go. And I really don't want to break her heart. Oh, and another thing, I'm her first real relationship, and she's kind of like my first real one too. And sometimes I question myself if I should venture out and get to know more people. I'm the type of person that gets really used to things how they are, and I don't like to change too much. But I also don't want to live my life asking myself what would have happened if I dated another girl instead. I've never really broken up with anyone and never thought I'd be in a situation, but I keep trying. And I don't think this relationship is very healthy. I'm a very loyal boyfriend, shout out to you. But as long as we've been together, I don't really talk to other girls like that to lead them on or anything. But here's where things get a bit twisted. I knew this. Lately, I've met this girl that I think is very pretty. This is a lot coming from me, but I'm very picky with girls. So that's nothing to make me jump the gun to get to know her. But as I talked to her, she's a really chill girl and really nice. Also seems positive and always has a smile on her face. So I talked to her a few times just to get to know her. Then one day she surprised me and asked me to go on a trip with her. I was shocked and I really didn't know what to say, but apparently she asked a few other people. However, I was probably one of two people I know that she asked. So I was a little stunned and found my ass stuck for a moment. And I just asked her who was she going with. She told me by herself, which left me even more stuck. So she had to go, but next time I saw her, I brought up what she had asked the last time, and we started talking a bit, and she kept wanting me to go with her. I probably would have, but this is a pretty expensive trip and money is tight, so I can't do it. So all this talk about that trip had me talking to her more, and she seems very pretty flirtatious, but in a sarcastic kind of way. And she'll do a slap on my arm or something too. And from what I remember, since the last time I really flirted with a girl, that's not a friend slap. No, it is not, sir. Then by the end of this time meeting her, she said bye to me, but asked for a hug. I've never had anyone ask for a hug like that. Usually girls just hug me by in a friendly way and not ask. I'm not sure if her personality is just overly friendly and does this with everyone, or if she's really somewhat interested in me. Here's a small twist to all this that I just found out. One of the people that works with me is talking to her, so that if it doesn't work out, would it be little messed up if I jumped in? I don't really hang out with him, but I feel like as if this is just a little wrong. I don't mean to make this long, but the situation has me running through my head because I feel like as if I'm not giving my girlfriend 100% in this relationship, and I somewhat haven't felt like how this girl is making me feel in a long time. I don't want to miss an opportunity and question myself later. I just feel like as if my relationship should end, and maybe I should get to know others more because I don't think I should feel like this. What do you think? Help a brother out. This reminds me of a little ditty, a little song called "Where I Want to Be." Now, "Where I Want to Be" is made by the great Chicago and Donnell Jones, as River has put it. Yeah, he's from Chicago.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Makes sense.
This song reminisce. While I was reading your email, I was just going through the verses of the song. It just reminded me a lot of what you're going through. Maybe you've heard it, maybe you haven't. I'm not going to. I don't have the lyrics on me. I mean, I know it by heart, but whatever. But yeah, go listen to Donnell. Just listen to
just
it.
play them a snippet.
Yeah.
At this point.
But yeah, maybe you should listen to that 20 times or something like that. Maybe you get something out of it. But I don't know. Either go the Donnell Jones route or just, stay with your girl. I really can't help you out on this situation. Maybe you got some more. I got some insight on this. I personally just if you got a good one, just like you say she do, she got a priority straight, then stay with her. You venturing out and you already towing the line of, if she found out this shit, she will eventually just okay, what the fuck are you thinking?
Make a decision for you.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So if it was me, if it was just me, slow down on talking to the other girl. Like, you doing too much. And I'm pretty sure she knows you're in a relationship. I'm pretty sure she knows. And probably know your girl since y'all got mutual friends already. So she's already doing too much. She was trying to fuck you on that trip. I know that for sure. Because nobody just goes on a trip with just... I'm only taking you. We're definitely fucking. We're not just gonna take a trip and just that's it.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Shit.
That's good.
Go.
Oh, I thought you were saying, hold up, you had more to say.
No, I did, but go ahead.
Well, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just want to just address that. It's not like he admitted that she didn't just ask him.
Right.
And to me, more so, it sounded like she don't want to go on this trip alone.
Mm-hmm. So she's trying to find anybody. She's
right. That's what it sounded like to me. She's trying to find just somebody to go with, because a trip would be funner if somebody's with you opposed to just going, by yourself. So, because he said they don't know each other like that. They know each other, but he was surprised, oh, you asked me on a trip? So it sounded like she just wants somebody.
One or two things. One, you said funner. Hey, I wasn't gonna let you slide on that.
I said it's funner? Instead of more fun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, whatever. Maybe.
I wasn't gonna let you slide on that.
That's what we're doing.
Yes.
Much, okay.
Did you graduate 8th grade?
That's fine.
Spell it. Okay.
I can spell funner.
Two, if she just wants anybody to go to this trip, why ask a person that's in a relationship?
Good point.
But my counter would be, she don't know what type of relationship he's in. A, did he say he was even taken to her? I don't think he even mentioned that. And B,
it's just an assumption at this point because we don't know.
Right, we don't know. But first, if she knows he's in a relationship, and B, he could be, let's say she knows, he could be telling her that it's about to be over or that it's terrible. Maybe she think he need this relationship to get the stress up. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what he's saying to her.
Right.
So she's you need this vacation.
Okay. Because we're all just assuming here.
Right. We don't know.
We don't know.
To fill the gaps. But to me, I would ask him, were you feeling this way before you met the girl? Even though y'all had problems, but were you actually thinking about breaking up with her? Or did this girl come along and now it's
that's a good question.
I don't know if I want to stay in this relationship. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be my question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it. What is she making this decision, or are you just getting to the breaking point?
Right.
The first part that I heard that was funny to me was he had to throw in there, I'm a loyal guy. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for
I shouted you out too.
And I'm waiting for the but, because it's if you're a loyal guy, you don't really have to throw that out there. Just, we know you're in a relationship. Just leave it at that.
Once you say you're loyal, we're pretty sure you're not.
Now, the one thing I'm going to say about this new girl, though, is like you said, you kind of have been doing this dating thing for a while, and you kind of want to start talking to new people and getting to know new people. But don't fall for these signs, because women do these little signs and they make you think that, oh, she might be feeling me. And to them, they just like, well, no, I just touched your arm. It wasn't that big of a deal. And you're thinking more into it, and she's like, no, I didn't. I just thought it was an innocent pat on your arm. So don't think too much into those little subtle little signs like that, because a lot of times they don't mean shit. They just confuse the fuck out of us. So. So I would say I put it like that. As far as her asking you to go with her on a trip, unless she had said that the trip was paid for, then I would have felt like, oh yeah, she definitely tried to fuck you. And even if you get out this relationship, there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to get in a relationship with this new girl.
This new girl
could be like, nah, I'm not really feeling you like that, or she could be talking to somebody outside of you, and that shit.
Well, he did. He said she's talking to the coworker, right?
Right.
Oh,
She's talking to the
right.
coworker, too.
So ain't no guarantee that she gonna end a situation with your coworker and then real quickly jump into a situation with you. If you want to be able to meet new people and stuff like that, then be single, but don't expect to be able to get right into the bed with this new chick or start something with this new.
Yeah,
you're better off just ending off your relationship and just exploring new people down the line as they come. Mm-hmm. If that's what you want to do.
Make a decision, because this ain't gonna be the last chick you meet that sparks your interest. So, she can go about her business, then here comes somebody else that got you thinking, is it time for me to break up with my hurry up and get that fixed so you don't run into this problem again with the next chick that you find interesting because you and your girl had a couple. We did fight last night.
Yeah, don't be justifying shit like that.
Yeah. They've been together 5+ years? He said.
That's a long time.
That's a long
years to be.
That's a lot of fights,
and that's normal for you to want to feel like you want to, talk to new people. Because shoot, you've been only talking to your girl for the past 5 years.
Right? Exactly.
You ain't talking to nobody else of the opposite sex. So it's kind of like I need somebody else that can give me their own different opinion that's of the opposite sex, compared to my girl who's only going to tell me based off of her emotions and her understanding of me. You want somebody that's fresh to you or doesn't know your situation for the most part. So that's normal.
At this point, seek counseling.
Basically, this new chick was just a counselor at this point.
Yeah,
I mean that saying does not work the same way. Mm-hmm. It's different when it's a shoulder to cry on is a dick to ride on. It is not the same if you flip it on the other end. So you counsel, her being your counselor don't mean you finna be able to get the drugs.
Yeah. You may not want to do that anyway, because she could look at that like, well, if I ever dated you and we have problems, you're going to go to some other bitch.
Right.
So, you got to be careful what you do to people that you eventually want to date.
Yeah.
You got to really be careful about your moves.
About that. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they definitely could look at it like, oh, I'm going to get the same treatment at some point.
Yeah, everything you told me, I'm kind of going to use as a reference.
Right. Oh, you may entertain going on a vacation with another bitch.
Exactly. Exactly. You for you entertaining the trip.
Yeah.
In the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm definitely not dating this nigga because of that.
Yeah.
Because you entertain trips with other bitches.
Yeah. You definitely got up. But I will say, and I tell people this when I hear it, I don't ever think a time of how long you've been in a relationship should matter in your decision making. You shouldn't just be like, I've been with this shit for 5 years, so on that grounds is why I should continue with it. It's like, if you are unhappy, then you are unhappy. It's like, so just go with that, but don't let it be like I'm only staying in this relationship because I put 5 years into it, so I'm just continuing to be miserable.
Right.
Like, no. It's like, if you really feel like, hey, this isn't the person for you anymore, my happiness is gone, then let that be it. But just don't stick it out just because you invested 5 years. You think that's why you should do it.
It's nothing funner about it. Funny.
As many times this episode, man, you stumble over the word and. So.
But I don't make up words like funner.
It's cool. Don't worry about it. You don't think black men cheat. So,
well, he's white, so.
It's cool.
You got anything else for Roy, man?
That's it.
Roy,
wait,
man.
how'd you know he was white?
Because you said black men don't cheat.
No. Wow.
Yeah, but how?
That's what I got. That's what I said. Yeah, that's why I said. Move on.
I like that your move on is a thing now.
Yeah,
move on. Thanks to Roy. Ask45@gmail.com. Please update us. Let us know if you cheated and actually went on trips.
But you won't because you're lawyer.
Yeah, but you're a lawyer though. But you write this email.
What if he was just saying it though, because everybody that writes or says to cheat, he just wants to let us know, like, just so you know, I'm loyal. Like, but you saying
that's
that,
on the subject title. I'm loyal though.
I wish you didn't go into all that other stuff you said, because it's kind of like brought your loyal points down.
Yeah,
it's like I'm loyal. I won't cheat, but I will entertain some things.
It's not the same.
Every sentence, it just kept going down.
You can flirt with me. I won't necessarily flirt back, but I will let you flirt with me, and we can talk about if I had money. Possibly I would go on a trip with you.
Just maybe I might go on the trip with you. You flirt with me a little bit more. I'll think about the idea of going on this trip with you. I don't know where my girl gonna be at.
I just argue with it, so.
Not once did he say, "Hey, I don't know how I'm gonna tell my girl if I do go on this trip or anything like that." Not once did he say that. Like his whole paragraph with the first 2 paragraphs was about his girl or whatever, and then the rest of it was about this other girl and everything like that. Not once in that that last sentence or last paragraph, he was talking about, well, what if my girl find out?
Well, no, if he's loyal, his girl should be able to come.
True.
Why can't she come on the vacation?
Because
Exactly.
he don't want to pay for him and her.
But I mean, she got her priorities in order. Maybe she can afford it, and he can't. I'm just.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. He likes being able to flirt with somebody.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, you know.
Tiptoeing really close because
Right.
flirting turns into some other shit eventually. So
I feel like me saying that is like 15 girls ago. It's like, yes. Why can't she go?
Because honestly, I didn't think about that, but that's right. You're right. You know, they would have been on it. Like, yeah, like, well, why can't she go? Why wasn't that why would that not have been a suggestion?
but them same girls, it's like, yes, why can't she go?
Yeah.
I agree with Red, even though he don't like black girls.
Why? Fred, why? Why, Fred? Just why? Why? I don't understand. Why? You trying to hoard all black women for you or something, man?
I'm sorry.
Why you trying to kick it off the
I'm
boat?
sorry. Dark skinned black girls.
Don't put that out there like that. I can't have a preference.
He only doing that because you used Nubian goddesses last week and he didn't appreciate it.
Oh my, here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nubian queens.
So now when I get caught on the street with a black chick, but she light skinned, nigga, I'm like, nope, not good enough.
Not good enough.
Her ancestors were touched.
That still don't count, Rev.
Try again.
Across the street. Boo boo. She ain't dark enough.
It wasn't me this time. That's all I'm saying.
Just cool. That's
Okay.
That's all right.
That's all I'm saying. It was not me that time.
That solo deal is looking better and better.
Can I produce your first episode?
Don't even know.
I can't even say it.
You was in on it all too. All right. You was in on it too.
Oh man. Oh god. So Roy, oh god, I'm crying. Roy, thanks man. AskThePointPod@gmail.com for your emails, suggestions. Just hit us up. Kind of want to talk about the NBA real quick. Let me talk to the commissioner real quick. What are we doing? No, like for real. Like what are we doing here? I think I'm going to ring on the same thing that Fred is going to say. I already kind of said it already on Twitter, and you know I'm really not. Y'all really not making me want to watch the season this year, or for any season in the next couple of years. Because why wasn't this blocked?
You can't block that.
I know, but I'm saying
you can't tell a free agent how much money he can sign for. There's nothing in the rules against, like, you can't.
Okay.
You know the type of box you will open if you tell somebody. I don't even know how you would regulate that.
For the listeners who don't know, DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie, has went to the Golden State Warriors. JaVale McGee has gone to the Lakers. LeBron James has went to the Lakers. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows this by now, but for the listeners who don't know what we're talking about, DeMarcus Cousins is an all-star. Right now, as the Warriors, as the lineup is now, we have 5 all-stars on the starting lineup alone. And I mean, and we're not even talking about the backup. So what are we doing? Like, nobody gave this nigga a call, and I heard nobody gave him a call. So you just called up Sacramento. You say, hey, what y'all doing? I mean, not Sacramento, but Golden State. Like, hey, I'm trying to be on the team. And they were like, come on, we can take another all-star. What are we doing? If you can block CP3 on that Laker deal, why can't we? What are we doing?
2 things. Because I've seen that example around. First, this is different because it's free agency and not a trade. But the NBA owned the team at the time.
Okay.
So that got blocked because the NBA actually owned New Orleans because they didn't have an owner at the time. So they made a decision that they thought was best.
I see.
For that, right. So when people bring that up, I'm like, you guys don't remember how that went down at all. Like, it's a total different situation. And then Stern was a different commissioner, man. Like, I like Silver. He's more open to things. Now, I can understand when people say they don't like it because the rich is getting richer. I want to say something.
Because the rich is getting richer.
Well, before you say something, I just want to finish what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Real quick. It's going to be real quick. I don't want to watch this season because there's not going to be any competition. Where's the competition at? Like, the West is going to be full. The West is full. It's the Wild Wild West in the East, of course. And I'm sure Boston's going to take it all the way to the finals. But it's the Wild West in the East. But in the West, it's a given who's gonna be there. Like, it's a given who's gonna be in the finals. And I'm like, what's the point of watching it now? Like, I'm only talking for the people who watches the seasons as the season going on. Now, if you a playoff type of guy, you don't really watch the season. I get it. You can watch that, and that's fine. But I'm talking to the people who watches the 82 games or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And fuck you, Bulls. That's really what I want to say. What are you doing? What are y'all doing for real? Y'all ain't making no moves.
They ain't made no peep.
Nothing.
Not a peep, not a chirp.
Chicago, what are we doing? Y'all just watching it.
Nobody want to come to Chicago.
Y'all just watching what's going down.
No. Let me stay away from the guns and the snow and all that jazz. So go somewhere in the warm weather.
They could have got Boogie.
No, we don't know if he wanted to go there. You can't say that because he's a free agent, so it don't matter if they want him.
That don't mean he's gonna still take the
offer. He don't have to go there. Like, you don't.
I'm just saying nobody gave him a call.
The only thing I'm not gonna like about this season, and I'm not gonna watch it. I mean, I don't watch it as it is anyway. So I might watch it when the playoffs. I'm one of the people that watch during the playoffs. But I'm not gonna like when people are gonna be like, see, LeBron ain't gonna get another ring. He not gonna make it to the finals. Yada yada. Which I'm not gonna address the fact that if his season is gonna be determined based off if he wins against Golden State, you're not gonna put into fact that, well, yeah, he's playing against 5 All-Stars, and LeBron is only playing with himself at this point because there really hasn't been any other star player that's been switched over to the Lakers yet.
Well, I feel like there's not going to be no expectation this season.
Well, there's not going to be no expectation right now at all. It doesn't seem like there's one for him to make it because how Golden State is just like it's stacked to the fucking moon.
Yeah,
and like Rip said before, you can't blame them for that because that's a smart decision. If you want to continue to keep building. If they want to keep making power moves like that, shit, they making power moves. You can't fault them for stacking their team up and becoming this untouchable, unbeatable squad. If that's what they turn into.
They're damn near the monsters.
That's basically what it is.
And it's crazy.
Especially if you doing it all within your cap space. Right. If you got the money for it and you can do it and you can make them big moves and you got players that's willing to make that big moves, even if there's some players that just got to sacrifice a couple million to do it.
And that's the thing. He took a pay cut too. I feel like
I took a pay cut. Because that $154 million, he could have got more than that from any other team. He did that to go over to the Lakers. But people got to understand, I don't think LeBron made that move on the emphasis of I'm focused on the championship.
Oh no,
his is more so on, well, I'm thinking about my family a little bit more. Mm-hmm. We already have houses in LA. My family loves LA. Right. The school system was a little bit better for them.
Like he wanted his sons to
go. It's safer over here compared to if we stay in Cleveland. if Bron can beat out Golden State in the playoffs, it's pretty much almost smooth sailing at that point. It almost felt like everybody thought that way with this last season too.
Mm-hmm.
If they would have just won that one, would have had a better shot going against Houston.
Now, Houston's tough, man.
Houston was tough.
Houston almost got Golden State stuck out of here.
Yeah, but you would have had a little bit of a. I think you would have had a better of a shot.
I see what you're saying because of the talent and stuff, but
right as far as the talent goes,
I think they still would have. I mean, even if they went against a team with Westbrook and Paul George, I think he gonna get. I look at this like your first round. You went 7 games with Indiana, and they don't have a squad. Now you in the West. Your first round could be against
but he didn't
a
have
team.
A squad either.
I know, but he don't have a squad now.
He don't have a squad.
Right, you going into the same situation, just different. At least before
hoping that you can get a squad. Hopefully something gets developed.
Yeah, but
still got time.
They do. Let's say the core right now though, like just as is before they move.
Right now, no.
At least Cleveland, you had another All-Star in Kevin Love. You at least had somebody that was on.
Yeah.
Despite anybody's opinion, he made the All-Star team the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's an All-Star.
He's still an All-Star.
But at this point now, I mean,
he still plays.
He still played good in this season, even though people wanted to kind of downplay his ability
because they want to give LeBron an excuse. They keep,
that's exactly what they did.
You averaging 20 and 10, you good. I don't care what nobody says. You good.
Kevin Love wasn't doing nothing. He was doing something.
Watch these seasons. He don't get 20
level, but he was still doing something. He was still holding his end of the bargain.
Right.
It was everybody else that wasn't doing shit and contributing. So you gotta play in all factors of that. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. It really is. And again, there's still plenty of time left. There could still be some big shit that gets played out.
Yeah. A lot of factors can happen.
There's still a lot of factors that can kind of change it around a little bit.
Yeah.
2 things. I want to drop a theory on you guys, but the first thing was people say this like, oh, what they Golden State is bullshit. Woo, say whatever they want. But if this was happening to whatever team is their favorite team, they wouldn't have nothing to say. If you're a LeBron lover, if LeBron got all this talent around him, you would not be saying, this isn't fair to the rest of the NBA. You would just be like, look at my squad. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, oh my God.
Right.
I'm a Chicago Bulls here. My allegiance to the Warriors is because Curry is my favorite player, so I want him to get as much help as possible. So if Curry wasn't on the Warriors, I wouldn't even be back in the Warriors. I just want to say that to people who don't know. My team is the Bulls. Golden State drafted Curry, Thompson, Draymond. They all turned into All-Stars. Mm-hmm. Let's say this happened with the Bulls, which it did, but at separate times. If Derrick Rose, Luol Deng, Joakim Noah all became the big 3 like Golden State. Golden State adds Iguodala. We add Carlos Boozer. Take all this premise. Now we go as the Bulls and add Kevin Durant, and then we're able to add Boogie. Mm-hmm. Like I said, who's mad as a Chicago Bulls fan?
Nobody.
Who's saying this like, no, guys, we can't add Boogie. It's just not fair. We can't. No, you're going to be like, get that motherfucker.
Right.
Honestly, though.
Play him for 12, 15 minutes a game.
What do you mean, would we?
No, I'm just kidding. Of course we are.
but that's my point with these people that's being mad. Like, you're only mad because it's not happening to your team.
No, that's not true because I'm in that bandwagon. I'm saying there's no competition. There's no we already know.
But you're saying it negatively. If it was your team, you would be saying it positive. You're saying you don't want to watch because there's no. But if it was happening to your team, you'd be like, dude, I'm finna watch my team. Slaughter the league
this whole season.
Yeah,
break records because it ain't no competition.
Right, it ain't. You'll be saying it in a different connotation. Like it'll be like, man, we are finna murk the whole league. But since it's happening against people's team, it's bad.
I don't know if I can say that. Like we all lived through the Jordan era,
and you hated it.
I never know. I loved it, but at the same time, that wasn't no super team though. We were all kids growing up in that era.
But they were deep in comparison to who they had to go against. Nobody was touching them. They did not have competition.
Right.
Like they were MJ.
They were.
I mean, yeah. Because of one person.
It was a team. But also, you got the best rebounder in the league. Kukoc was the best overseas dude right there. Like what you had at what everybody offered, you basically have the best or one of the best in the league.
That's one thing I will give Jordan to Krause. Krause made sure that he had people. Jordan had people around him to
as you should
solidify.
You can't have one superstar and not have a supporting.
He
cast.
had a lot of trust with the front office.
Yeah, you got to have supporting cast.
When you say he's seen in the 80s, Jordan wasn't enough. He was getting whooped. Like when it was just Jordan, nobody else.
Yeah,
he seems like this dude is talented, but
we gotta put some pieces around
right.
him.
Yeah, and that's part of having good management.
So that's
the downfall that happened to Cleveland. That was poor GM. That was poor GMing. Because there's no reason why LeBron should have had
that type of power
that whole season on his own, like he did.
Well, that was kind of on him, though.
Regardless of having Kevin Love, there was still no reason for him to do that. Yes, and LeBron is the superstar.
That's kind of
which you're the GM.
But you know what?
Have some balls and be like, no, LeBron, we can't. We gotta. I gotta think about the long run. You're not the owner, so you can't control this. We can talk, but you can't control these changes like this and these moves like this. I can see this going in the wrong way. That person is fine. I agree with that, but I think we need to add him or switch them two out, trade, whatever.
Right.
You got to do that. That's what a GM was supposed to do.
But the GM did as best as he could. You got to remember, that's a new GM. First of all, so he didn't even construct the first iteration of that team. Yeah. He came in and had to work with the pieces he had. Yeah. But to his credit, though, you can't play for these players. These guys they brought in was doing decent during the season.
Yeah, during the season.
It was until the playoffs came, people started disappearing.
Yeah, right.
But that's not on the GM. You know what I'm saying? These guys was high-fiving each other and stuff when they came in. Like, LeBron felt like he had a squad.
Yeah, so he sure did.
If your team don't play well in the playoffs, that's on the players, not the GM. It's like, I can't play for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You if you sucking right now, damn it, you got to take that ownership. You know what I'm saying? So it was like Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, them guys were doing well when they first got there.
Yeah.
Then once the spotlight got bigger.
Oh, man, we in the big stage right now. So, I don't know.
Good.
One last question. Christmas games. What you think? Who you think gonna play on Christmas?
They always do the same squads, except this year it's not gonna be Cleveland. It's gonna be Lakers. But Lakers played last year.
Yeah, Lakers played the Christmas.
But they got a big TV deal. Like Lakers, they something different. Even when they suck, they gonna play. Cause
I'm thinking Lakers and Boston.
I think they may try to do Lakers and Warriors. Because you got to remember, they're in the same division.
Lakers, yeah.
They're going to play.
Yeah.
This isn't East versus West.
Yeah, they can do that.
They're literally in the same division. So they going to play 4 times throughout the year. So I think one of those times they're going to cash in on Christmas.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a Houston game in there somewhere.
Right. It'd be a Houston game. Maybe they'd be like, man, let's do Houston and Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all the matchups.
Yeah.
You know, they probably do Boston versus Philly.
Boston versus Philly too. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of good games. I was just picking your brain and making sure you don't know what the Christmas game is gonna be
because it's gonna be lit.
Yeah, the storyline. Well, the storyline's going into it. It's probably gonna be crazy. That's what I was thinking about. But I don't know, man. I'm just feeling mad different about this season. I don't really like the feeling of it.
Like I said, that's why I mentioned the Curry stuff because I can admit I'm talking out of biasness. You know, I probably would feel differently if I didn't have a horse in that race. You know what I'm saying? But sorry, I'm admitting to you I'm being biased because my boy Curry is on the team. So get your rings, player. Get your rings.
They're probably gonna beat their own record and beat that 73.
But Boogie's not playing
until January,
right? So he's not. People keep factoring that in, but he's not even.
But you don't even need to.
Right, I was gonna say you don't even need to factor that in because they were doing good before him. So
right, I know, but I'm saying like if they ain't broke the record with KD for 2 seasons, I don't see why this year would magically.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would either.
Yeah, I think they going because they don't care about the regular season. The only reason they broke it that first year. Because they seen how close they were, and everybody was like,
"They made it a thing."
Yeah, they made it a thing. Like we should just go for it. Yeah, like let's see if we can.
Fuck it, just go for it. I mean, I even heard Steve Kerr talking about it. He's like, if y'all want to go for it, let's go for it.
Yeah, because he was gonna start arresting people. Draymond Green said no. Let's
go for it. Yeah, let's go for
it. Steve Kerr, you the one that's on the record team.
Yeah.
Like, you was on that 72 team. Nigga, I know what you're trying to do.
I mean, if y'all want to rest, that's fine with me.
Up in the breakers.
Yeah, Jordan, they ain't gonna beat that shit.
You still made history because now you were the coach.
Yeah, I know.
Of the team. So,
but what I'm saying is, he didn't care either way. He
didn't care. I mean, if y'all want to, that's cool. I mean, I'm with it both ways.
Right. I'll win regardless.
Either way.
Shout out to Steve Kerr, man.
Shout out to Steve Kerr.
Oh, man. Anything else before we go, man?
I have nothing.
Okay.
I was just speaking for myself. I was just saying, like, I have nothing.
Yeah, I don't think I got nothing either. No birthdays, nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
At least not right now.
Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all enjoyed your 4th of July. You know, enjoy your weekend and all that.
Juneteenth.
And your Juneteenth, even though that was last month.
July 3rd.
And your July 3rd. That too. xpointpod@gmail.com for emails. There's no website anymore. No more TPOIApodcast.com. I know. Rest in peace. Subscribe. Google Play Music. I'm sorry. I keep saying Google Play Plus. Like I paid $9 or something like that. Subscribe to Google Play Music. Subscribe to iTunes. We're on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio, YouTube, SoundCloud. We're on Spotify now too also, so check us out there. Wherever you get your podcast, check us out at The Point of It All Podcast. All socials, we're at The Point of It All Podcast, of course. I am the Black Teddy Ruxpin. River with 2 R's right there. Fred Mac 2.
The gentleman.
The Pun God, the Gentleman.
Yeah. The River with 2 R's is gone, just like the website.
And we're out. I was gonna say, see you guys next year.
What was that?
Now we year round.
Are we year round?
Every week. Year round.
We see you guys next week.
I love you, black women.
Should I just put that at the beginning?